throws horrible tantrums. Every single morning that I try to dress her, she is completely opposed to it. Now, let's put your hose on.
When kids are told no, usually they back down. Not with Avery, she just continues to push it, and if she doesn't get her way and she knows we're not going to budge, that's when these temper tantrums come about.
Okay, which one did you do?
This one.
I use charts to keep myself consistent.
Okay, you disobeyed me in the store.
They're called the if-then charts, and they will give a behavior, and on the other side, it'll show the consequence.
The 2 spanks plus the timeout in the room.
If you don't do it quickly and obediently, then you're getting a spanking. Now get up here. Put your legs out. A lot of my friends have questioned, they've said, well, maybe you don't spank her hard enough, so that's why it's not working. And I know that I spank her hard enough because I know it hurts her, but they don't seem to work. This is ridiculous. Stop acting like that. Stand up. The biggest problem is definitely a battle of the wills, and hers is stronger than any human being I've ever seen in my life.
And you feel guilty about this, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
You feel guilty about where she is and what she's doing.
Yes.
Do you? Because you guys say we're kind of blaming ourselves for this. All right, have you intended to sabotage your daughter?
No.
Have you intended to make her stubborn?
No.
Non-compliant?
No.
Disobedient? Rebellious? So we need to put blame out of this. Parents don't need to be feeling blame about this. What you need to be thinking about here is that you have a responsibility for what's happened. And do you acknowledge that you do?
Yes.
How do you feel towards her?
Okay, I know where you're going. I do. I feel very resentful towards her. I feel bitter. I can't stand that she makes me day in and day out go through this. I want to break through the whole cycle so I can feel lovingly towards her.
Do you think that she creates this in a vacuum, or do you think she's mirroring your behavior?
Probably a little of both. I think she mirrors my behavior. I don't know what you mean by the vacuum thing.
Did she just come out of there and say, you can call me Avery, but my name's Damien, and I'm on, and I'm just going to create hell in your life from now on? I mean, do you think that just occurred out of nowhere?
I wonder.
Well, I know you do. I mean,
Yeah,
you really
I
do, don't you?
I really do.
That's incredibly naive. You said one of the things you fight about in the morning is picking out her clothes.
Yes.
Okay? You don't give her much leeway there, do you?
Not until I can see that I've purposely set it up this way so I can break through whatever we're going through here, so that she will respect the authority and so that she will obey. So I keep setting it up to try to see if we can break through it.
How's it working?
It's not.
Okay.
That's why I'm here.
Because it's pretty much like, okay, you want this dress or this dress, right? And she says, okay, I want this dress. And then what happens when she tries to change her mind?
You picked that dress.
You don't let her change her mind, do you?
Right? No.
She's 4.
Okay, but if I'm taking her to get pictures, or if we're going to church and I want to put a bow in her hair, or certain times I need to dress her. She doesn't know what matches, and she can't dress herself in certain times. And
your point is?
those times I can't do it. She won't let me.
Okay. Why?
Because it's a battle of the wills.
Okay, well, first off, you've got a chart on the wall where you're going to list the beatings, okay? You have accumulated 9 beatings today.
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't do this right, you didn't do that right, you didn't. Do you give them to her all at one time at the end of the day?
No.
They don't accumulate?
No.
So what's she writing them down for? Just so she remembers how often you hit her?
No.
You wrote them down on the chart. 2 spanks and a timeout.
If you do such and such. So when she does that, I'll take her to the chart. Look what the chart says, that you get 2 spankings for hitting your sister. So then we get the 2 spankings.
That's not a tabulation of what she's gotten. That's the punishment
No.
for
Well,
That's-
thank God for that. So what this is that's just what she has to look forward to.
Yeah. The problem I have, I'm just scared to death to have a 16-year-old daughter that's this out of control, and I am really focused on trying to get her to respect and obey, and I can't, and I feel like if I back off and I'm just, calm or whatever, I just feel like I'm gonna even lose more control.
Let me say 2 things, and then we're going to move on.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk to some other people about things that affect you and your child. I mean, I'm not through with you, but I'm going to move on, but I want to tell you two things. Number one, love is the most powerful form of discipline there is. And I've admitted I am anti-spanking. I don't think children learn from spanking. I think they get alienated. They get confused. This is a person that's supposed to love and nurture me, and they're beating me with a board. There just seems to be a disconnect in a child's mind. But I think love is a powerful, powerful discipline. And number two, you got a problem now. And I'll guarantee you, if you don't decompress this, you ain't gonna believe what you have when she's 16.
Well, what's this?
It's trash.
Did you take it out this morning?
Nope.
Why not?
Because I forgot.
I'm not Patrick's biological father, but I've been his father since he was 4 years old. Just take it out.
Okay, fine.
Give me that. You ain't going to the mall tonight. I realized that Patrick and I didn't see the world the same way from day one.
The problem between Patrick and Tony is definitely growing now that Patrick's getting older.
I made a list for Patrick to try to make it easier. I timed it to simply show Patrick the amount of time I thought I was asking of him and explain to him that it took me less than half of that time.
There's 5 different rules for him to make his bed. It's just sort of Tony's personality, to always want to be in control of something. Right now, it's Patrick.
I feel like I'm under a lot of pressure because I have to do so many things.
So what do you want? What do you want in this relationship?
Most of all, I want harmony, friendship, and love.
Really? I didn't see that on the list. What I've got here is wake up and brush teeth, 3 minutes. Straighten room, bed, floor, etc., 5 minutes. Eat here or at school, not both. Take out trash, 5 minutes. Go to school, take key and school ID every time you leave house, 1 minute. Get ready for bed, shower, put dirty clothes away in your hamper, straighten any mess in your room you created, 10 minutes. That sounds a little rigorous to me. I mean, it seems way out of whack for a 12-year-old boy. What do you think?
I don't think it's out of whack. The timing I put on there, it was simply to demonstrate I'm asking you 30 minutes a day of your time. I don't expect it all at once. I just would like those things to be done. I need his help within our family and can't achieve it.
Right.
I can't do it all on my own. Becky works,
Right.
and I'm a stay-at-home dad.
Now, you grew up on a farm.
I grew up working on farms.
On a farm. You then spent time in the military.
Correct, quite a long time.
Quite a long time. How long, 20 years?
11 plus
11,
years.
11 plus. And then you were a prison guard.
Correct.
Now, why am I not surprised? I mean, really, you're just pretty buttoned up. Prison guard, I mean, like put stuff over here, everybody fall in line, open the doors, step out, march down, eat, march back, close doors, 1.5 minutes. Is that really reasonable?
I'm not sure that it's reasonable. I believe that the chores are reasonable. So I need to learn how to motivate a 12-year-old.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's not working for me.
Okay, well, so you want to learn how to motivate a 12-year-old. So can we take everything you're doing now and cross that off the list?
Correct.
Because we can put that over in the didn't work.
Definitely.
Labeling everything in the room so everything would be in like alphabetical order and all doesn't work for a 12-year-old boy.
No.
I mean, I have a 16-year-old son, have not seen, I don't even know if he has carpet in his room. Okay, now, did I understand you in the pre-interview to say you've never heard Tony say he was wrong?
Right.
You never admitted that he
No.
was wrong.
No.
Is that true?
I believe I've said I was wrong before.
Yeah.
However, if she's saying it's true, it's most likely true.
Are you just taking all day to deal with this 12-year-old boy? I mean, are you just over-focused on this, overworking this, because you're just stuck at home and you got nothing else to do than go label everything in the boy's room?
I honestly believed that what I was trying to do was teach him responsibility by teaching him to remember to do things.
If you're labeling everything in the boy's room, you got too much free time. What I'm asking you to do is do an autopsy on your relationship with your dad and say, how did, go back and dismantle this and say, how did this work? And what did it leave me feeling? And what did it leave my dad? There is nothing that would make my day better than to know that you would go home and I mean really sit down with Patrick and say, you know what, I owe you an apology. I owe you an apology. I have had some experiences in my life that have caused me to view things differently, and it made me really just too rigid. And I'm going to ask you to do some things around here, and I'm really going to hope that you will. And maybe you can support that and point it out when he doesn't. But when we have a conversation, I'd like it to be about something fun. Occasionally, I'd like to go do some things that there are no expectancies. And I want to let you know that whatever your mom and I do, it's got nothing to do with you. You're a good kid, and I love you, and I respect you, and I'm real proud that I get to fill this role for you. What do you think it would mean to him if you went into his messy room, flopped on his bed, shot the bull for a while, and got up and left without one critical comment? What do you suppose that would mean to that boy?
Wow. That's what it would mean, wow.
Yeah.
My wife is the breadwinner right now, and I stay home and take care of the kids. Eric, who's 7, Jessica and Thomas, who are 3, they're twins.
Tommy's the real social one. He's very outgoing, very lovable. He's very sensitive. Jessica is the active one. She doesn't like to be told what to do.
My wife really gets frustrated with the fact that the children like to wear each other's clothes.
That's mine. That's mine.
They're Jessica's.
It bothers me because I know what he should be doing and I know what she should be doing.
That's boys' toys. That's not for a girl.
And when they're not doing that, it really upsets me.
They do wear each other's clothes a lot, mostly around the house because we won't let them wear them outside. You want to wear that, but you know you don't wear them outside. They're Jesse's clothes.
My biggest fear is that they're not going to settle in their own roles as a little boy and a little girl.
I think it's just a 3-year-old thing and they'll grow out of it.
All right, get over it. Okay? And thanks for being here. No, I mean, but seriously, the kids are 3. I mean, they're exploring. This isn't a sex role identification thing. This isn't a gender issue. It isn't a sex role confusion issue. It's not a gay issue or whatever. They didn't have brains, personalities, and all switched. You've got a couple of kids that are twins, okay? And that means they're very close. And they are absolutely exploring each other's stuff and world. And, what do we know about kids for sure? They want what they don't have, right?
Right.
You give them this toy, they want that one. You give them that one, they want this one. They want what they don't have. And if you overreact to this and make it a big issue, it can get to be a big issue. Psychologically speaking, developmentally speaking, socialization speaking, this is not a big issue. If this is the biggest problem you have, you need to go home and hug those kids, and you need to relax about this because it really just isn't a big issue. And the reason that we included this in the show when it's not a real big issue is because a lot of parents worry about these kind of things, don't you? I mean, you wonder at what age boys should be playing with boy toys and girls playing with girl toys or whatever. You're not there, okay? You're way not there.
That makes me feel wonderful. It makes me feel good.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.